Welcome back, YouTube. And today I'm going to be doing an updated character showcase on the new characters I have created and quested on since my last character update video. So I think since then I talked about my three that I had at the time, which was my Storm, Death, and Ice. I'll just talk about my Storm. The thing that's changed with him now has 172 damage with max crit instead of 165. I gave up on the Pierce because I was just thinking to myself, I don't need that much Pierce for PvE, which I'm just solely PvE anyways, so I don't need that much Pierce. Same gear, different pet. I used to have this pet. I'm actually thinking about switching this pet when Caramel comes out because the crit max, to get max crit, will be a lot higher. That's one reason I also didn't go for the Primeval Horde Pack gear, because for Storm it's 837 is the max you can get, and that's not going to be good for level 140. So I'm planning for the future. So my Ice now has worse gear actually. I stripped him of his Vanguard gear to give to my Fire when I was creating his Dragoon gear. And my Death is the exact same, just has a different energy hat. Oh, actually, Death has a new pet. That gives me 99% crit and 145 damage. That's beautiful. My Fire. This guy is cool. Fire is at 172 damage with 835 crit, and that is solely because of this jewel. And if that jewel was 18, I'd have max crit, so I'm just gonna count as max crit. It's fine, everything is fine. He's still really good. Yeah, I think the last time this guy was in one of my videos was actually when he was in Crocotopia, and I was like gonna make a questing series out of him, but I just started speed questing and I didn't feel like recording like the whole day by me speed questing because it was quarantine, so I had a lot of time. Next character that I made, Tristan Sandpire. Now this guy is interesting because he's kind of useless. So I have two sets for this guy. He's my only Jade, but he's kind of a bad Jade. I mean, you know, decent resist, a good resist to Fire and Storm, which are like the main two damage dealing schools. 72 across the board. It's not great, but I didn't spend any crowns really, except for the Jade boots, which I was lucky enough to get. This drops from Crocopatra. This actually does drop from the Keeper Lore pack as well, but I wasn't specifically going for this. I was going for Jade gear. Side staff, because of the power pip. It brings my power pip up to like 100 and something percent, so it's really good. Heart Steel. This is the kind of garbage part of it, but I'm not farming Rat just for 2% or 1% more resist. And then I have all the crafted resist rings from Chrysalis. Now, this guy does have a different set. If I equip this, you can see I have 140 damage. Garbage crit to 25%. 100% pip chance. Enough accuracy. And this is my hitting gear if I'm soloing, or if I need to hit. That's what I'll be using. It's pretty bad gear. It's just I just threw stuff together. I didn't really want to spend a lot of time on it. Actually, I should be using this one, but I don't want to because of the pip chance. Okay, I'm still gonna be using Alpha and Omega. But yeah, so there's nothing too special about this set. You know, I'll just do this. Beautiful. Nothing too special about the set. So that is my balance, and don't mind the stitch. The hitting gear stitch is not good. Moving on to my next one would be my life. Travis Lifeheart. This guy, I've put the most time into him, and actually cause for my balance and my Fire, I sped quest them. Like, they were through Chrysalis and Azteca in like 2 days. through both of the worlds in the span of 2 days. So I was going really fast. This person, I spent a lot of time farming gear, you know. He's got full Hades gear. He's got like all the Hades, all the Tartarus gear, really. And this really cool thing I'm gonna be doing with this guy is when he gets to max, I'm gonna be making a crit healing build. So if you know Hyga, one of his videos, he shows how to do that. And the reason I was farming Tartarus was for this. This is War Eagle raiment. It's like a necessity in that build, so I needed to get this. And I stitched it just for max. I got a bunch of exalted amulets. No amulet of divines though, so it's okay. No amulet of divines though, so that is a bummer. The pet is just a double resist, double damage, and double crit. Pretty standard pet. The amount, lethal wings, that doesn't matter at all. The stats though, so the stats right I'll be using for questing, solo questing. These stats: 83 damage, 42 universal resist, 1% accuracy, 52% crit, 97 pip chance, a lot of health. And that is due to this robe. This robe is honestly so good. It's really, I think it's worth it because it only like 40 runs about to get all the gear, so that's really not that bad. So yeah, this guy literally just started. Well, actually, I was about to say just started Chrysalis, but he's still in Azteca. So, he's in Twin Giants though. Moving on to my final character, I have Tarlac Frogtail. I actually just streamed for about an hour and a half. Questing this guy through Grizzleheim so I can get to Waterworks. So this guy has full Zeus gear. You know, that's really standard for level 30s. You see all of them running around with it. Maybe some Crowns boots, but I didn't feel like it was worth going for since I already have these level 60 ones, which will be really good when I'm getting one of my Waterworks gear. Just these random Athaman rings, nothing special. For the amulet, I have the Talisman of the Tower. This is actually a really good amulet because it gives the extra tower shield, which stacks on top of a normal tower shield. This pet, let me go into the pet talent view. This pet is so good. Makes me happy just looking at it. And it's on a Gulcher. It's got all the talents I want. And that 10 dealer is actually an 11 dealer. It just says 10. It's some rounding error because the numbers aren't perfect. But they're there. So yeah, this pet's gonna be good for the entire game. I'll never need to change this until I get max if I want to do something else with them, like some crit build or something. If you remember on my other video, I actually had the Ice Gulcher, and I said I had a Myth Gulcher in that video, but I would never make a Myth because I thought Myth was trash, it's still not great, but it's a lot better, especially with the spell audit they released in July. So yeah, the Myth Gulcher is my mount. Rune Warren's deck, you see a lot of people running around with this. I'm not sure if it's because it's universal, so you can get well, that's really strange. Max copies 5. Max universal copies 5. But it's not a school-based deck. I think that's a bug. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. But anyways, the final stats for this character is 2.1k health, 64 damage, 19 universal resist, 11 accuracy, 43 pip chance. With Waterworks gear, I'm not going to go for any of the Ravenous Teeth gear from House of Scales. Because I just feel like the amount of time you spend farming that could be spent on questing, and you could be done with Safari by the time you get the robe that you want from there, or whatever. So yes. So yeah, that is my final character. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, liking, turning on notifications because I'm going to be posting a lot. And yeah, that's it. See you.